We are working for a good deal with...
Does Britain need a new centre party? Both the ruling Conservatives and the opposition Labour Party are riven with disputes over anti-Semitism, over Europe and over the direction of the economy. So with me to discuss whether there is the gap for the middle for a new party is Robert Shrimsley.
Well, there's definitely a gap in philosophical terms. The Labour Party, as you say, has to all intents and purposes been captured and taken over by neo-Marxists. The Conservative Party is in civil war over Brexit and could well, within 6 months' time, have a new right-wing populist leader. It's certainly possible. So intellectually, there's a gap in the market for it. Whether the British public is actually looking for that, I don't know. We have to bear in mind that more than 82% of the voters at the last election backed the Conservatives or the Labour Party in their current manifestation. In England, that was nearly 87%.
And then, of course, there's history. I mean, it's always been extremely difficult for a new party to emerge. I mean, in some ways, the last one was nearly 100 years ago with the Labour Party.
The last successful one, obviously we had the SDP in the 1980s. That was the last time, and they came terribly close, but our electoral system weighed heavily against them and they failed. And that was a party with at least three figures, Roy Jenkins, Shirley Williams and David Owen, of national status, prime ministers in potential at least. And that didn't quite make it. I think there is an opportunity now, however. There is this polarisation in British politics, but I think there are, if I may say, four main reasons why the moment is not quite right. The first, and probably the most important, is they don't have a leader. They don't have anybody who is obviously immediately going to become an Emmanuel Macron figure, grab the party and pull them forward. Well, he's got baggage, as they say. The second reason is we don't yet know what's going to happen with the Conservatives. The Labour Party, we know where it is. But the Conservatives, if they have a leadership election after Brexit, which is highly possible, could go in a number of directions and that gap in the market could shrink. The third reason is that for the next 6 months, they actually want to focus on Brexit. Some of them want to fight for a second referendum. All of the ones who might leave the Labour Party certainly want to fight.
That's not going to happen, that second referendum.
On balance, I think not, but it's not out of the question. I wouldn't bet on it, certainly.
Fourth reason.
And the point is, they want to fight for the softest possible Brexit. From within the Labour Party, they have a chance of doing that. If they leave, it's over. So that's the third reason. And the fourth reason is they can't build the whole party around Brexit, which will be their defining issue of the moment. They've got to have a broader platform. They've got to answer the economic issues of the moment, the economic justice agenda that has risen up, which Labour will certainly fight on, and the Tories may. So they've got to get a coherent platform. They don't have one yet. So to go quickly, when the odds are so heavily against them anyway, you have one chance, you've got to get it right.
You don't think that if Boris Johnson, for example, were to take over as leader of the Conservative Party, and he's certainly on extensive manoeuvres at the moment, that a lot of Tories would just say, we're leaving?
The problem with Boris Johnson is you don't know who he'll be tomorrow. So we know where his current platform is.
You don't even know what he was yesterday,
well, indeed.
Actually.
So his current platform is hard Brexit, fairly right-wing populist, but he comes from a background of being quite socially liberal, quite metropolitan. The question you never know the answer to is which Boris would you get once you've elected him? But certainly a lot of more left-wing Conservatives would be concerned. People who don't forgive him for Brexit would be concerned. And him or someone like him, that's the moment when Tories also start thinking about moving.
So let me put you on the spot. Before 2020, or by 2020, do you believe that both the Conservative and the Labour Party will have different leaders?
I think the Conservative Party will definitely have a different leader. I think...
No more Theresa May then, yeah.
I think she will go before the next election. The Labour Party, barring health issues, I think Jeremy Corbyn will stay.
Robert Shrimsley, thank you so much.